I'm feeling right, I'm good to go. Late every night, I'm all alone. I see a light, I call your phone. So won't you come on, come on, and come on, come on every day. I'm on the road.
So with me, as we continue on this narrative about, doing things that you actually like to do and not crowding your mind and your life with unnecessary things, it's important to figure out what it is that you actually like to do. For me, it's music. If you didn't know that about me, it's music. I write a lot of songs. I'm very talented when it comes to putting words together, at least I'd say so. It all started when I was young. I always loved music. When I was young, my dad would play these records like Jackie Wilson, salsa, and all these things, and even like stuff on the radio, and I would sing along. And at a very young age, I found like I had a talent, for that. So that's what I pursued. It's like I loved music from a young age. And it's not even that I just love music. I love creativity. I love a story. And that's where that comes from. I guess it was almost like living in a place where, not a shelter, not to say shelter, because I saw a lot of things, but living in a place like Marietta that's very closed off. You don't really get a chance to express yourself that much. So, I grasped to these things through music, and I grasped through it through what was on the television. So a lot of times I would go extreme with the things that I liked and loved. And it just so happened that the strongest one turned out to be music. And now, these days, I'm trying to be, or I am a professional artist. I've sold some records, but I want to sell more, obviously. That'd be the goal for everybody. I'd love to, have a platinum record, a platinum album. And it's not because of the notoriety, it's just because I would love people to hear my message. And I'd love them to understand where I'm coming from. Because it feels like you put so much into something that you would like some type of feedback or get back from it. And I could see why a person like Nick Drake, became so frustrated. It's like you pour all you have into a talent, into a skill, into ability, and then it doesn't get reciprocated, especially if you're on a big label. For me, I've never been on a big label, so it's not a big deal that no one hasn't heard me yet, because I've only spent a couple thousand so far on promotion, out of my own pocket, and that's a generous amount. I can't even say I really spend that much, but I've seen some good returns from the little that I have put in terms of finances. My sweat ethic is at the arena. It's through the roof. I do everything that I can. I do everything myself, whether it be the video production, like right now I'm recording myself, whether it be the artwork, everything, so it wears thin after a while, but at the same time it's like knowing that you probably can't reach that point, and that we all want to be at of success without other people's contributions, as much as you would love for it to happen. That's what I've been hoping for the past 8 years, that somehow or another I could just make it happen by myself, and then I could look at the people who always doubted me, people who still do, whether it be my friends, parents, enemies, anybody, be like, okay, I did it by myself, but it's not necessarily possible to do it by yourself. The planning can be done by yourself, the work can be done by yourself, but at the end of the day, other people have to believe in you in order for something to grow. And you have to sell yourself in that. And that's where it comes back to, what are you passionate about? If you're not passionate about something, it's going to fall apart. You're going to be very disinterested in it. You're not going to really want to put your time and your effort into it. It's going to fall by the wayside. It's going to become cumbersome. It's going to become a chore. And that's why I've always been so object to going and finding a job, besides the fact that I'm a celebrity. I find it hard, even in school, I found it very hard to focus on subjects that I didn't care about. It's interesting, it's an interesting thing to tackle. So, what are you passionate about? Like, what drives you? Are you doing what you're passionate about? These are the questions that you should ask yourself. If you feel so inclined, go ahead and comment down there. We can start a discussion. Maybe I'll mention you next time if you move me enough. Also, what kind of plans do you have to try to make your passion a reality? Or do you know what you're passionate about? You know, it might be material things. It might be, you just have to figure it out, you know, because the second you know, then you'll have a reason. You know, you can defeat depression, you can defeat boredom, you can defeat worthlessness and all those things that come along with not being passionate about your life. And at the end of the day, it's very important to be passionate about your life. So follow me on the social medias, Twitter, Instagram. It's both Going Marco, Going, spell it right, Marco. You know, start your day with a healthy dose of Marco. Visit my website, it's marcorestrepo.com. You know, you can check out some of my music, my YouTube channel, dapriestmuzik still, I think, spelled incorrectly. And I'll put links to all this stuff down there just so, you know, we can get to know each other, you know, because this is going to be a long running thing. So happy Halloween, guys. You know, it's Halloween, just in case you didn't know. So this right here is my first product placement. Something I enjoy. I like to expose people to things I enjoy. This right here is that blue raspberry soda. It's by Big K, you know, so it's pretty generic. Anything that's edible and blue, you know, I go nuts over it, especially if it has blue raspberry. And I'm not sure if this is beaver anal gland. I've heard that, you know, that's a pretty common thing with blue flavoring, but, you know, maybe I've grown to like the taste of beaver anal gland. Try this Big K blue raspberry soda if you like blue things. I do. I wish Fanta would come out with the blue thing, or put their little fountain drink or their little slushy in a can. I'd be a very fervent fan. Or Sunkist, one of y'all, step up to the plate and make a blue fucking drink. What are y'all waiting for?